Hello everyone, this is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel. Check out the notes section below to see all of my cryptocurrency addresses. And if you need a crypto consultation or you need help installing your Trezor, check that out below. You can email me at adam@trezorhelp.com if you want to just say hello also. Something else to say, I do post a new video here every day, but this coming Monday is Rosh Hashanah, and that means there will be no new video on Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Hashanah, it starts on Sunday night. I'll post one before Sunday night. It'll end on Tuesday night. I'll post another one on Tuesday night. Thank you very much for the Bitcoin and the Litecoin. I know who sent me that Bitcoin. He's a good guy. And for him, I want to bring up this article from the Jamaica Observer. I'm just going to link to this article. I want you all to check it out. It basically calls Bitcoin nonsense. Now, I don't know if this is the official newspaper of Jamaica. I didn't even look into if this is actually in print somewhere. It's definitely online at the JamaicaObserver.com. And this author is just ripping on Bitcoin. And not only does he rip on Bitcoin, but when people start defending Bitcoin in the comments section, I mean, there were over 90 comments down there. He goes after them too. I give him credit. He's sticking by what he believes in. What he believes in, I believe, is incredibly wrong. He appears to be a statist. I mean, he thinks Bitcoin's a Ponzi scheme. He thinks everything that you've read about Bitcoin being bad, all of the half-truths and the lies, it's all combined into one article and then into a comment section by this one guy from Jamaica. So doesn't look good for Jamaica, but hey, I'm not going to judge Jamaica on one person. Now, this is the type of article, like back in 1994 when people were saying the internet was going to fail, and you look back on it and you're like, oh my God, this article is so silly. About those you look into I think it was a Time magazine from 1995. It said it was for pirates and people who robbed, did bad things. The internet was. When 2026 comes along in 10 years, and sadly, that isn't that long from now because time flies, guys. Be careful with your lives. Make the most of your lives because it flies. You never know what's going to happen. But when it's 2026, people are going to look back on this Jamaica Observer article and they're going to just laugh and laugh and laugh. It's just a classic. I mean, this is better than a Bitcoin obituary article. So, hey, I want to present all views here. So there, you can check it out. Maybe you'll agree with that person. In a happier article, or not a publication, a video, Tone Vays of the Bitcoin Group show. It was pretty good this week, and Tone actually talked about how he thinks the euro is going to collapse, and when the euro does collapse, it will be very good for the dollar. And you know what? I never really thought of it that way, because the euro will collapse before I don't even know if it will ever collapse, but if the euro collapses, it'll collapse before the dollar collapses, okay? I'm not predicting a euro collapse here, but Tone says it's going to collapse, and he's absolutely right. If the euro collapses, the dollar will still be around, and people will rush into the dollar. I mean, the dollar could double in value. Only reason I bring all this up is because Bitcoin will also benefit if the euro collapses, but the dollar might go up in value more. I have no idea. I'm no expert on fiat currencies. But hey, we might be able to all go on trips to France for cheap. If you're interested in France. Who's interested in France, for God's sakes, though? Tone also brought up a point about how Bitcoin is very boring right now, and it is just weeding out the speculators. And it's hurting some people who spent a lot of money on Bitcoin, whether they paid $1,000 for it or $900 for it, or whether at the beginning of all this they bought a lot at $500 and now they need to pay bills. So people are in tough situations where they don't want to sell their Bitcoin, but some people have to pay their mortgage, like Tone said. So I wouldn't say those people are per se being weeded out, but they're selling. A few are selling, but still Bitcoin is slowly going up. But there are some speculators who cannot wait any longer. Because they're speculators, they're impatient. It's not at $1,000, it's not at $2,000, so they're getting out. So eventually, all the sellers are going to be gone, and you're just going to hear people complaining like, Bitcoin ruined my life. I bought all this Bitcoin and now I had to sell it. Woe is me. And it's at that point, then you're going to see a run up again. You're going to once all these weak hands are gone. He should have said a weak hand, maybe. Once the weak hands are gone, that's when the run up happens again. Now he said he thinks at the end of the year it could go up to 1,000, and then in the next 18 months it could be as high as $2,500. I'm not saying that. I just wanted to give what he said on the show, because I know people do get excited, and maybe some people need a little bit of a boost of confidence from someone other than myself, who's very boring when I say it'll be $1,000 by 2020. Now, by the way, Tone also said if it goes up to $2,500, it could easily crash back down to $1,200 again. Hey, $1,200 is double the value of what it is right now. I'm in a good financial situation where I wouldn't mind if it was worth $1,000 in 2020. I mean, I got to be honest with you. I save my money. I am very conservative in the things I do. I don't spend thousands and thousands of dollars on trading altcoins and crazy things like that. So don't do that kind of thing. Please, please, please don't trade. Don't invest in altcoins, because they are true speculations. So the bottom line is be patient. I think that's the bottom line of a lot of my videos. But hey, let's see what happens at the end of the year. Tone also brought up if the weak hands are out by the end of the year and we have presidential turbulence, like Trump winning, those two things combined could even send it faster to $2,000 or $2,500. Hey, and guys, I do hope that I hope it goes up to $2,000 and $2,500 this year, and the fear of missing out returns. Tone also brought up that there will be a fear of missing out, and the speculators will all return again. I'm Adam Meister. Have a great weekend. Again, there will be no new video on Monday, and I've already prepared Sunday's video, so we'll have a live. Hopefully, I will talk tomorrow on Saturday. I'll have some new material then, but after that, there's going to be a little bit of a older material type of thing, and then nothing, and then Tuesday again. Talk to you later.